Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of our FTB Neotech playthrough. I hope you've all had a wonderful and lovely day so far, or night, morning, whatever time it may be for you. And without further ado, let's dive into episode 5. Right? That's what we're on. Feels a little crazy, but I mean, I guess that's correct. Hold on, let me turn off my preview because I do have it over here on the side. And yeah, I've gotten some helpful tips and tricks from you guys and gals in between episodes. So we're going to try and implement some of those here today. Um, and I've been working on the base a little bit. You'll see that platform is for the most part built out. We don't have anything like building wand or whatever. We do have building gadgets, but it's going to be quite some time before we can really get into that. So I've just been doing it all by hand. On a side note, we've also had time to allow our quarry to just run. And boy, has it ever. We've also done a couple of upgrades over here. But first and foremost, let's return to what we left off on. So we have 2 bronze drills left. And I will say the first drill, it got deleted pretty quickly. The second drill, I was like, man, this thing is never going to get deleted. And now, I mean, now we're down to 2, so it's like it kind of one's good, one's bad kind of thing. Anyways, I do have it set up into a fully automated system to where we get the bars back at the end. Don't look at this copper desk. That was me. I put that in there. And I've actually already gotten out a lot of the materials. So I've already taken out the gold. I've taken out a lot of the iron already. Some of the tin, some of the copper. So pretty much everything. The ferrocore ingots also do not come from this. Neither do the battery alloy ingots. That's something I've been making. So this is what we're looking at, but again, I've taken out several stacks of iron, several stacks of copper, and I think like 1 stack of tin. So a fair amount of stuff, and definitely able to replenish itself, right? Able to keep the cycle going as it promised. It definitely provides you enough materials to just keep on cranking it out. So this is the other assortment of items that you can get from this process here. And that's just by way of you get the sulfur from crushing down one of the variations of coal, and then redstone, obviously, we get that from the machine, from the quarry. Same with bauxite and coal. So basically, what's going on here is we have an item pipe, and make sure, same with the fluid pipes, that you take your wrench and you say which way. Oh, fuck me. You say which way you want it to go. So right now it would be pumping into there. We don't want that. You want to right click it again, and now it's pulling out. So we have everything basically being pulled out from the quarry here. As it mines it, it puts it into this large chest. Then the large chest sends it to our first macerator. And again, make sure that you're checking your blacklist, whitelist enabled on output, so on the exit pipe, as well as on input, so on the sort of entering pipe, right? You don't really have to do this with fluids all too much. At least I've not had to do it pretty much at all with fluids. Nonetheless, I'm going to need this coal dust later on. So it pulls the raw blocks, raw ores, whatever you want to call it, straight into this one, which breaks it down and gives us the raw iron, raw copper, raw tin, whatever it may be. From that, it sends it into another macerator, which gives us the dust. And then depending on what it actually needs from there, it either continues on into our furnaces, which then smelts the items down, or it'll go up into the compressor if it's the coal dust, because that is how you get coal. I forget, this thing has so many recipes. It doesn't matter. You get coal from compressing coal dust. And so that'll send that down in. Redstone, after you crush it twice, I believe it's just good to go. So that'll go straight over. And the sulfur is a byproduct of the coal, so we're just shipping that straight over. And bauxite, you don't have to do anything with it to process it because it's already at its base here. There is no shrinking it down unless you turn it into the tiny dust, which, I mean, I don't know, maybe we need that in the future. But for right now, that's pretty much the entirety of the process. Secondly, you'll notice that a lot of our machines are now the steel versions. They're no longer these bronze furnaces and bronze macerators. They are the steel version. So take a look at the quest line here. I completed a couple just to try and help things along today. So we went ahead and did the steel upgrade. Nothing groundbreaking or shattering here. It's all materials that we've already created before. It's everything that we've already explained on how to get. So I didn't feel bad going ahead and crafting this. What these steel upgrades will do, and it'll give you 2 for every 1 crafting recipe that you throw in, which is really nice. But what it'll do is essentially increase the speed at which the machine works. It'll also increase the amount of steam that it can hold on the back end. And for your steam boilers or your steel boilers, it will increase the steam output. So all that is pretty fine and well. We've not had to upgrade the water pump. I've not upgraded the cutting machine because there's not really a point to it. I did go ahead and upgrade the mixer because if you see, this mixer has 78 recipes. If you click over on the still, you'll see all the recipes that it requires specifically the still mixer for. So if you want to make synthetic rubber, which of course I did, then you'll need the still mixer. If you want to take your gold and your netherite to make netherite dust, which you will in the future, you'll need a still mixer. So I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and bite the bullet and we'll upgrade this thing. Now the synthetic rubber and the synthetic wool, we talked about this a little bit last time, and I believe we got the bucket, but I never fully turned it into a rubber sheet. So essentially we just take the synthetic wool or take the synthetic rubber that we've been making over in our steam blast furnace just by putting, well, I don't have any in here, but just by putting regular coke dust in here, you can get what you need out. And then me personally, I've been going for synthetic rubber because we get sulfur dust for free now from our full automation of items over there. So we have a ton of it to use, to throw away, to do whatever. And the ratio, hold on, wrong thing. The ratio on the rubber sheets is insane. So 100 millibuckets of this plus 1 piece of paper gives you 2 rubber sheets, or 100 millibuckets of this plus 1 piece of paper gives you 12 rubber sheets. And the only thing you need to do to get synthetic rubber from synthetic wool is put it in the mixer, put your synthetic wool in the mixer, and put a piece of sulfur dust in. One piece of sulfur dust, and now you're multiplying your output by 6. So really, really good there. I guess we'll go ahead and throw the rest of this paper in and get some more rubber sheets. Was there anything else? Oh, I went ahead and made the went ahead and made the steel wire mill. Again, nothing out of the ordinary here, nothing too extraordinary, no new processes or items needed, yada, yada, yada. So I went ahead and crafted it, but I've not actually done anything with it. I just wanted to get it into the system. So now that that has all been said, I think the only other thing I really wanted to cover was the drills. If you're curious what all your quarry can actually dig up, just type in drill in your search bar. And then over here on the right, you'll want to look at the actual drill, not the drill head. But if you right click on it, or if you press maybe U, you'll see what all you can get from that drill head. So from this one, if we're using the old drilling rig, which we're not, we can get a virulent mix. Not sure what that's going to be used for, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. You have the bronze drill, which is what we're currently using, and you can see production chance, 40%, 50%, 30%, so on and so forth. See your odds for getting each one of these. The copper drill, if you're interested in auto mining, sand or gravel or andesite or any of that kind of stuff, dirt maybe, this is how you want to do it with copper drill, which makes sense because it's fairly cheap. We have the gold drill, which I'm excited to make and throw on here because this will allow us to get netherite without ever actually going to the nether, I'm pretty sure, right? Because we can get all this stuff in the overworld, and that's just gold, which of course we already have. So yeah, I mean, it looks like we're going to be able to get glowstone, a lot of really nether quartz, a lot of really good stuff without ever having to step foot. We have the stainless steel drill, which I'm not sure if we can actually obtain this yet, but it does have sort of a plethora more of stuff to use. Steel drill, which we can make, and I'm interested to because this is how we can get some free diamond, antimony, which we don't get from the bronze drill, but we do need for future progressions. Excuse me. And then the titanium drill, which gets us uranium and fluorite and all that other kind of stuff. So if you're curious about how do I automate the system for diamonds, how do I get this and that, there is a way, don't worry. It's just, on down the road. Now onto the battery alloy that I've made over here. This stuff is made by mixing lead dust and antimony dust. So it's nothing new as far as how do I get this, what do I do. The process is pretty much the same as all the rest. Put your lead into a macerator, get the lead dust, put your antimony into a macerator, get the antimony dust, and then combine them in a mixer. You don't need any kind of fluid or any of that. It's a 2-for-2 ratio, so that's nice. and then you just smelt it down. Ferrocore, we went over in the last episode. All I did was make a couple more blocks of iron. If that tells you how many iron stacks we've taken out of this, enough to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of iron and still have plenty left over. So all that being said, what I want to get into today, that was a long-winded introduction, is this. I want to get into it's time for LV. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this tin cable. We'll slowly work on making all the components and U pieces over here, as I'm sure we'll need them for various crafting recipes in the future. We cannot resist this. We'll go ahead and do this as well. We already have the analog circuit over here. And yeah, I think that'll be just about it. These two into that, and then we'll be ready to move on to LV and me, which is going to be getting into a whole lot more items, basically. And it looks like we get into some really nice stuff over here with AE2. That'll be nice, so we can actually get a good storage system going. Speaking of storage system, I guess I should go explain the changes that I've made over here. Really just the one big change, but it is a rather nice one, and a couple things to note about it as well. So let's sleep. Now, you may have noticed it, but we have this oak gold chest, which is part of sophisticated storage. If we open it up, it's pretty fucking huge. We also have a crafting attachment, so we can craft straight out of the chest. And yeah, this is going to be our main chest for all of our components and all that kind of stuff, because we can craft everything and pull everything directly from it. Now, what this is, if we go to our quest and go to Storage Wars, it's this right here, Sophisticated Chest. It wants you to use barrels. I'm not sure why I prefer chests over the barrels, but do whatever. Use whatever you want to use, basically, is what I'm saying. And maybe the reason they want you to use barrels instead of chests is because of this bug that I'm about to point out right here, which is, or maybe it's not a bug, maybe they fully intended this. So the first set of oak chests that I did, I dropped side by side to see if they would combine. Indeed, they did, because typically when you make these, they're a singular chest, not two combined like this. However, once combined, oh no, that was what was inside. However, once combined, you can't break them back apart. They're stuck together forever. Now, one thing that I did notice was if you break it, well, now it's popping the item out. Previously, it was not giving me my chest back when I broke it. Okay, maybe it's only when I shift click, because now the chest is still in there. If I put a stack of wood, yeah. So it's kind of acting like another backpack, which is, again, a little strange and really, really cheap. So until they fix this, there's a free backpack. Because all these chests require is a redstone torch and a regular chest. And then to get the double chest, you just put two side by side. Now this is a gold chest. What you'll want to do is not place them side by side, because then they'll be combined and you can't do nothing with that. And you'll simply want to, it's not gonna let me show this recipe for some reason. Okay. You'll simply want to surround the chest in the next tier upgrade. So when you're at your base, you can go to copper. From copper, you can go to iron. From iron, you can go to gold. And from gold, you can go to diamond and then netherite. Typically, I tend to skip copper because it's like, I mean, it's just another step in the process. And go straight to iron. And the way you do this, instead of the redstone torch, or even with the redstone torch, it's just iron plates surrounding it, right? So it's still really cheap, and it's pretty much just like the original upgrade. It's just you gotta flatten it to iron plates. Typically, this will be iron ingots, but in this mod pack, obviously they've changed most everything. So yeah, we went from iron and then up to gold and just slapped it on, and you get a really big chest. It's really nice. I have the crafting upgrade, but you can also throw on a stack upgrade, which we might do because it'll allow a lot of these things to sort of compress down into one sort of stack, and it's, I mean, it's really cheap. So you know what, let's go ahead and do that just so I can kind of show off the sophisticated bonus, I guess. So I think we needed 4 here, and we need this, that, this, and we're gonna need some logs. I don't have any logs on me. That's, I'm not gonna lie, that's a little surprising, but there we go. And then a stack upgrade, tier 1. Do we want to go ahead and push it to the next tier? Copper plates and copper blocks. I feel like we probably have enough copper, maybe not over here, but enough copper in general that we can afford that. And then it allows to stack, is it 3 or 4? Stack by 3. So essentially what these stack upgrades do is instead of the max item count in a set being 64, it goes up by whatever number it says here. So for increase the slot by 2, it'll multiply it to be 128, right? It multiplies the max amount of items that can be held within a stack by the given number. So for buckets, instead of it just holding 16 or whatever the number is, it can now hold 32 buckets. So here we are. We need 5 plates and 2 blocks. Okay. And then if I throw this together, what am I missing? We need 6 plates. I can't count. All right, 6 plates and 2 blocks. There we go. So now whenever I come over here and throw this in, when I hit sort, you'll see a lot of this stuff got compressed down. Our rubber sheets, we can now have 192 in this stack. We have all of our bronze ingots in 1 stack instead of being split into 2. So it just makes things play well, stack well, whatever you want to call it. There's 176 planks in this one singular stack. So it's really just going to increase our inventory capacity by a lot. All right. So I think we've caught up on everything that has happened in between episodes, everything that has been nuanced and everything that has been updated, I guess. Now let's get into what we're actually going to be doing today, which is getting into compressed iron and pushing pressure, and also trying to get It's Time for LV. So 10 cables, let's make this the first thing because it's really simple. We just need some rubber sheets and some tin wire. We can get tin wire by putting 10 plates into the wire mill. Now I've actually already made these 10 sheets because I was going to go ahead and do this process, but I was like, you know what? Let's wait and let's use a new machine on camera. Instead of just doing everything off camera and being like, look, I did it. So we'll throw these in here. They run through really quick, so that's nice. There's 2. Oh, we get 2 for 1. Okay, well that's really beneficial for us. So now to make the dream, it's like, no, it's 3 of these in the middle and 6 of these on the outside. Right. So there's a couple of 10 cables done and done. How many does it want for the quest? 8. Okay. So not quite done and done yet. I'm dumb, and that's okay. Let's go get a little bit more tin. I thought this was going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've underestimated my foe. The only bad thing is I can't scroll wheel my items out of there, it seems. There we go. Just go ahead and get a couple of those things. I'm sure we'll need more pipes for future endeavors. Let's see. Do that. Tin cable. Can power blocks from any mod, but can only extract energy from modern industrialization blocks. Okay. They also are the only cables able to power modern industrialization machines. Okay. So really, really useful then. Can power blocks from any mod, and they're the only ones that work with other, because obviously all this stuff runs off Steam. Do we have a hiccup in here? This stuff isn't being... Oh, it's because I turned it off. Whoops. Let's say it's not being auto-processed, and that's a problem for me. So yeah, actually you saw it there. The coal crushed dust can give us coal dust or sulfur. The sulfur just automatically gets extracted from here as soon as we get it. So that was a good little example. Any hoosers? Okay, we already got the the wires there. Let's go ahead and make some more tin cables. There we are, 18. That should complete the quest. Indeedly it did. I'm not going to grab these silver and copper cables. They literally all do the exact same thing. The only reason they have this many options is so that way you can place multiple cables within the same block without them connecting to one another and intersecting and whatever. So we're not going to worry about components in U until we need to make a component off of here, in which case then we'll make it and it'll complete it, and we'll slowly but surely get all of that ran through. Now for the larger crafting recipe, the analog circuit, which takes about 1,000,001 items and is really just more so tedious than anything else. Hold on. Alrighty. Right. Big crafting recipe, Tom. So let's, I guess, just slowly but surely start knocking this out. So I've tried to favorite it and tried to use the tree, as everyone said. It's a little complicated for me right now, though. I'm not sure what piece goes to what because it's just got it all laid out. Like all this stuff. Where's the paper coming from? I guess is what I'm really saying is where the fuck's the paper in all this? Is it because it's what's needed for the rubber sheets? Because I promise you, bro, I have enough rubber sheets. Is that, yeah, 2 pieces of paper? Because it wants us to have 4 rubber sheets or some shit like that. All right, well, let's just start making the stuff and we'll see, I guess, what we're missing at the end. Try and put everything up in a way that's not immediately needed just because, well, hopefully it'll help us stick with, oh, not that. Help us stick with a little bit of organization. So we need 4 gold plates. Done. Okay. 1 copper plate. Done. 1 steel rod. Done. 1 coal dust. Done. 16 copper wire. Let's just get a good amount of this. How many do we get per each one? Not sure. 12 will definitely do it, though. 12 should definitely do it. And at some point in the future, I should probably look at making some more bronze drill heads. Let me see what that actually all entails, so that way I know what I'm looking at. Iron gear, item pipes, and then the bronze drill. Oh, that's nothing. That's so easy. Okay, so then we'll just throw the copper over here. So yeah, what is it for 1? You get 2. And I need 16. I threw 12 in. That'll give us 24 back. Okay, not too shabby. We are getting a little lowish on copper over here. How are we doing on drills? We still have 2 left. Okay, that last one, or not the last one, but the second to last one, I guess. Holding pretty strong. Copper dust. Oh, we're all filled up there. Okay, and then this, that's all done. I'm telling you, I don't need the paper. Listen to me, game. I don't need it. Maybe I favorited one of the recipes that I really just shouldn't have done, but it's okay. Let's just satiate it, right? There's your paper. And if I do end up needing it, well, shucks. You got me. Okay, so give me that. Give me that. Give me 2 of those. That's actually what I meant to say. Give me 1 of these. And okay. I need 2 of those, so I need 1 wire to go into that to make like a finer version of the wire. What is it actually called? It's copper fine wire. Man, I'm so on point. Okay, so let's, I guess, just throw 4 in here. How many will this give us? Like 16, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have all of that. Now let's craft this bad boy. And then, boom. You know what? That wasn't bad at all. I'll keep using this. What is it called? MEI? You need to put your name somewhere. It's got to be MEI. Here it is. Also, EMI. A little hard to say. I would come up with a new name if I'm just Being honest with you, man. Or woman. I don't know who authored the... Damn it, Well, we're going to have copper cables that we're going to have to deal with. So let's do this again then. We'll... Apparently I already did it. Okay. So basically all I need then is the middle stuff. I need the redstone battery, which we'll also view the recipe tree for. And I need the steel machine casing, which we already know how to make that. So maybe let's go ahead and knock out the steel machine casing, and then we'll dive into the batteries, because the batteries are actually going to require us to have this new battery alloy ingot. So I want to hold on to those. We're getting some serious iron out of this thing. Serious. Maybe I should have another macerator set up for just like whenever I need to turn stuff back into dust, because it happens a fair amount, and then I have to go break my system just to throw it back in. And I don't want to leave iron as iron dust, because you need iron ingots equally as much, right? I was a little worried about steel, but we're good. We still have 90 back over in this chest, so we are good to go. Let's do 4. That's what, one of these. Do I have a steel ring? I do have a steel ring. Can I make this? I cannot. Why? Oh, right. Let's just take some of these. Oh, and actually, we have an extra steel gear over here as well. So that should be pretty much completed. Indeed it is. All right, let's throw that in there. That. That's all fine. So now we just need the 2 battery pieces, and I believe in order to get the 2 battery pieces, that's everything that it's showing there. So we'll need... How do I do this? How do I make this piece? In the compressor. That's the only way. Okay, so in order to make one of these, I need to put 1 alloy plate in the compressor, and in order to make the alloy plates, I just need that. How do I make a double ingot? It has to go into the packer. Okay, well, I don't know how close we are to the packer, but I can tell you right now for sure we do not have access to it right now, or if we do, then I don't know it. Oh, right, my compressor's over here. So let's just throw 10 in, sure. So we need 1 for that, and then another 5 or 4 for that. So that's 5 total. 2 redstone dust. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I sneeze on that stuff now. No need to even worry or have qualms about it. And I'm not going to take that redstone dust out of here, because I'm pretty sure we already have tons of it back over at the other chest. Okay, so from this, we need half of these turned into the curved plates. And that'll all automatically go into there. Let's go get some redstone, and we'll throw these battery pieces together. And I think that may be it for the first LV machine. Let's go ahead and get our crops. I just make sure to come over here and do this. Pretty much anytime I see the sugarcane all fully grown, then I know that all the rest of the crops should be as well. Just put some of that stuff away. I've been trying to grow the crops. I could expand and get a bigger farm, but I've honestly I've been so interested in getting further down in the tech ages that it's not really crossed my mind. Because, you know, tech is really fun, and being able to automate stuff in this early bit where it's still kind of grindy, but we have automatic resources and we have automatic processing of those resources, it feels really good. Like there's a good ebb and flow of grind to automation in this. A lot of times there's a lot of grind and then a lot of automation, but they've done a good job here of splitting it sort of down the middle. All right, so what do I need? Redstone. I didn't bring any redstone over with me. That is all the redstone that I have over there. Well, I feel a little ashamed. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this thing was pumping out redstone, but apparently it's just eking it out. I don't know. It's slightly a step down from pumping. I mean, you know, 3 stacks of 64. That's certainly nothing to sneeze at. We've definitely used some, so I'm going to need a bigger crafting space than this. I thought I needed 2 batteries. Don't I need 2 batteries? I do. Why does it tell me I only needed 1? Did I do all that for 1 battery? I did. You son of a bitch. Did I not favorite this recipe? Was that my problem? No, I did. I totally favorited this recipe. And then it was like, you're good to go. I feel like I've been bamboozled. It keeps taking it away from me. Look, buddy, I'm trying to use you. I just need a little bit of help. Help somebody. Well, that kind of worked out perfect. That's the wire mill. It's not going to do anything for me. But yeah, we did like literally the exact number of plates and everything that we needed for this. So pretty proud of that, even if it was by complete chance. And I'm not talking about me. Those of you that didn't know, that's my name. Anywho, there's the basic machine hole. Let's go. We're getting into LV. Oh, I guess I ate all my meat. Well, back to the carrot diet for me then, I guess. I've been trying to save it up and just focus on the meat, but I mean, hey, we got 44 carrots. That's quite a stockpile. I'll fix the food issue later, all right? Don't judge me. So what do we get from this? We get some battery alloy ingots, we get some redstone, and we get some experience. Not going to worry about snatching all that stuff up quite yet. And yeah, that's most of this little piece here completed. We're going to go ahead and get the compressed iron ingot rocking and rolling in this episode and try to get the pressure tubes, just depending on how hard it is. But let's go ahead and take a look over at LV and me. What can we do now with this this block here? LV steam turbine. LV steam turbine produces 32 energy units per tick. Note that you need modern industrialization power to run it. Okay. No, you need modern industrialization power to run MI machines. Yeah, right. That makes sense. You can use 10 cables to connect things up. Each network of cables can only support up to a certain limit. Silver, copper, and tin cables are LV cables, low voltage, I'm guessing. They can pull a total of 256 energy units per tick. If you need more than that, you should use different cables to make separate energy nets. In this way, you could transfer up to 768 energy units worth of LV power. So is it like extract just with different cables? You know what I mean? Like use all 3 different cables to extract, and then you're technically getting 768? So I guess that makes sense. Anyways, when you're ready to make even more power, you can look at transforming up to MV, medium voltage, or HV, high voltage, with transformers and using higher tier cables. Storage unit to store your power. And then what do we actually get? Packing time. It's not quite an auto crafter. Okay. All right. And mixing and matching. So another mixer to get us to silicone, which gets us to N-doped and P-doped silicone. Say my name. Yeah, you're right. Aluminum and power. We need a bigger tank. To fuel 1 LV steam turbine, you will need either 4 bronze boilers or 2 steam boilers. You can submit this quest with either combination in your inventory. Yikes. Okay, so it's just telling us, buddy, you about to need a lot. Polarizer gives us a magnetic charge to various items, primarily useful for making magnetic steel rods. Okay, nothing too crazy there. Yeah, but apparently if I want to get... Oh, no, you just put the steel rod in and it magnetizes it. All right, well, hey, cool. At least now we know that, because otherwise you have to craft it using redstone, and that's going to take a lot of redstone. So it's nice to know that this process exists. And yeah, I mean, we got a lot more stuff that's going to be going on here. Kind of mid-tier. We got a little bit of ways away for, and I don't know where the actual quest log is for the other one. Whatever. Let's just go ahead and try and get to compressed iron. So if we take our ferrocore, we put it in a steel compressor, we'll get compressed iron. That seems simple enough for me, being the common lad that I am. So we'll take all 11 and we'll go throw this into, because do we need ferrocore ingots themselves for anything? We need it for a laser wrench. Okay, duly noted. Laser connector, auto placer, farmer, long range breaker. We're gonna need a lot of this stuff from the looks of it. Item collector. It's not too useful unless, well, the thing is, I haven't really set up any auto farms with Steve's carts yet, so maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe that's the hidden piece. But if I'm being honest with you, whoa, wait. Wrong thing there. But if I'm being honest with you, it's like, do I need to? You guys gave me an axe that allows me to just chop down trees in an instant. I don't know that I need an auto tree farm if I can just spend 30 seconds to go set this up. Whereas if I want to set up the auto tree farm, I gotta go learn a whole new mod. There we go. New chapters unlocked. Compressed iron ingot has been achieved. Now we get a block of compressed iron for doing that. And now that we have a way to make compressed iron, we can get started with pneumatic craft. To start, we'll need to make some pressure tubes, which are used to carry compressed air. If the pressure inside of the tube reaches 5.0 bar, it will explode. I like mod packs where they're like, there's no dangerous creatures, but if you mismatch your shit, you're probably gonna die. Maybe blow up your base. Air pressure also takes time to build up and change. It isn't transferred instantly. Air pressure also... Okay, too many alsos, guys. Air pressure also relies on a closed system, meaning it will escape from open pipe connections and will lower the pressure of the entire system. Right-clicking on a connection with a pneumatic wrench will close that section. Cool. So, in order to get these tubes, we just need these curved plates, which just comes from that. Okay. So we just need 2 of them, though. So, can I just separate this? I can. Cool. And that stuff takes a bit to compress, a bit of time from what I'm noticing. Does it also take a bit of... Oh, that's... I've got to stop doing that. Wait, no, that's what I need, isn't it? Or do I need back in the compressor? Oh, it's back in the compressor. Okay, is this... Shiza, how long does this take? You have a good example for me somewhere? How long are we talking here, Doc? Days, weeks, months, years? Just give it to me straight. Son of a bitch, where is it at? Oh, you can compress that into paper? That's pretty cool. All these recipes, but none of them are mine. Oh, wait. So it takes 20 seconds. It takes 300 seconds to make a piece of diamond? Bro, I think you might be scamming just a little bit. All right. We don't need all of the ones that it's going to give us immediately. We can throw them back in here in just a second. But let's get this stuff going, because apparently everything takes 10 million years when it comes to compressed. Well, that doesn't take but 2 seconds. Let me put this right back in there. Put that right back in there. Fantastic. All right, now is it glass? Is actual glass, not a glass pane. Not that it really makes a difference. Oh, it's nighttime. I like how exposed our base is. Rarely do you see me with such an open base. No door, just a huge gaping hole. That's my entrance. Just a very dangerous mountain where enemies could possibly drop on us at a moment's notice. But it's fun, right? It's fun living wild and free and uncaring of what may surprise me. Oh, I never actually got the glass. Okay. There we go. One piece. Pressure tubes come to daddy. And then it gives us the wrench, which is nice. We'll pick that up when we have more inventory space. Attack of the drones, is that pneumatic craft? It is indeed. A minigun? Okay, all right, I see you. Faster farming. The crop support will work to increase the growth speed of any trees or crops that are planted on it. They are pretty cheap and require no upkeep to use. Really useful. Well, yeah, I mean, if it just increases your shit and doesn't do anything else, then it seems pretty useful. Placed on a soil, sneak right click with the logistics configurator to detach the item. Okay, cool. What else do we have in here? Heat sink, vortex tube, thermodynamics, air pressure, reinforced generating air pressure, processing plant, reinforced pressure tubes, etching tank, Amadron network, harvesting crops with drones seems complicated, but it's actually quite simple. Ooh, harvesting crops with drones. Okay, well. If you didn't read the previous quest, make sure to do so. Yeah, I'm going to have to say so because this looks just complicated as shit. Assembly line, aerial interface, advanced pressure tubes, flux compressor. Okay, so a lot of stuff to get into there that I don't necessarily need to right now. I'm really excited to get into ME, or AE2. Sorry, I don't know why I said ME. And yeah, I think that's everything on here all completed. So let's organize stuff real quick because we have a lot of miscellaneous items and tubes and rewards from quests. I mean, look at this. This chest is so huge and we're still not even barely scraping the surface on it. So actually, what are we missing from this quest line? Nothing important? Like upgrading our steel water pump? Okay. We need to make some more boilers in between episodes. Okay, not a big deal. I'm thinking we're all done with that. There's nothing here that I really care about. Do we need to go observe a bee? Sure. Do we need to get started on chickens? You know, honestly, I wouldn't mind getting started on chickens. But we still don't have the assembler, so maybe after we get the assembler, we'll get to working on other stuff, because this will bring us into the conveyor, and we'll get the motor, and this is going to take a lot of small crafting. Now I think I see why they tell you, like, hey, you're going to want to copy this shit because you're probably going to be making a lot of it and all the recipes are just slightly annoying. The assembler is used to construct many advanced machines, components, and frames for technological progression. It will require power, items, and sometimes fluid as inputs to create the final product. Pay attention to the EUT requirements of the recipe to make sure you're applying the correct power required to execute the given recipe. Note, you can lock input and output slots to prevent certain recipes from crafting. This is important to know for automation. Also, you're going to want a lot of these eventually. Okay. So, the assembler, or whatever it's called, the assembler, this is going to be our bread and butter eventually. This is a lot of items, I won't lie. Holy crap. If I heart everything, does it tell me down to the wire? No pun intended. Everything that I need? There's a lot of stuff. No, that's not the one that I want. I'm sorry, I favorited the wrong setup. This is it. This is me. This is the one I want. Okay. Holy mackerel, man. Is the polarizer something I can actually get into? Yes, it is. How deep in the quest line is the polarizer? It's literally right after the steam turbine. So basically we put steam in here and it gives us the energy that we need in order to run all the rest of the machines. Okay. Now I'm breaking everything down for the assembler right now. That's fine. I mean, I think I have everything. I don't really know if I want to favorite the recipe because I'm definitely not going to use it, but I want some representation of how I need to progress with that. I'm just trying to see in general how many steel ingots do I need, yada yada yada. All right, and this will tell me here, I think, 76 steel ingots, 28 gold plates, 93 copper plates, 32 tin plates, 16 of those magnetic things, a lot of synthetic oil. Oh, no, but that's bullshit because it thinks that I'm only getting 2 rubber things for all my hard work, and honestly, you got me crazy. All right, so now if I do total cost, yeah, and it gives me everything that I need down here. I'm not going to worry about the synthetic whatever. I'm just going to pop the rubber into my inventory and say shut the hell up, right? And that should work, I think. Let's go see. If I just put all the rubber in my inventory, does it silence the, how much do I need? 102? There's some. It does silence it. Okay, all right, cool. Let's go and do the same thing for the paper then. Right on. Now, it's still saying I need more synthetic wool. I need 38 more rubber sheets, bro. Okay, you got me. That's more than I have. Why do I need so many rubber sheets just for this one thing? Like 198 rubber sheets? What are you doing? You're just piling on the rubber. I think this is a pretty bad example of what we as society have come to. Okay, so maybe I'm just using society as a means for me to complain about something that seems a little ridiculous. I mean, is there any machine left after 192 rubber sheet plates going on there? Who knows? We need 76 steel ingots. Do I have 76? I do. I do have 76. Give them all to me. Okay. That is done and done. Magnetic steel rod. I have a feeling like we're going to have to actually make those as is described there. We're going to need more gold. We're going to need a lot of copper. Man, I tell you, I thought this quarry was good, and I thought it was going to be sustaining us for quite some time, but I have a feeling like we're almost out of drills. Yeah, we have one left. And our materials are burning. We only have 13 gold. What happened to the rest of my gold? It's in my inventory. I'm being a little crazy. All right, let's go smash down this gold. Even though I don't have a whole lot in total, we can still get what we need for this specific machine here, right? Surely. 28. Oh my gosh. You're only gonna leave me with 8 gold? Bro, that's brutal. Take it off the list. Shit, why did I ran all the way over here. I grabbed the gold. I knew I needed copper. It's locational memory. That's what it is. The second I stepped in this room, I just forgot everything that I needed from whenever I was in the initial room. How much copper? 92. Why is nothing cheap anymore, man? Everything's like, hey, I'll give you this popsicle, but it's going to cost you 132 pennies. Just kidding. 132 pennies for a popsicle? That's a pretty cheap popsicle. I'm just doing the math, and it seems to me like that is indeed a number. So what did I say I needed? 92? We put 64 over there, which means 8 more puts us to 72, plus a couple, we need 18, right? I could save my hammer and just put them all in the compactor, compressor, whatever the hell it's called. But I'm not going to. Actually, if I put this basic machine block down here, how much crap does it cut out? A lot? 27 tin plates. 27 tin plates. Honestly, we may not even have enough time to finish this building this machine. Let's say 27. So still working on the copper plates. Can I make these? I can make them over there. Do I wanna? Not really. Not really. Sorry. Lots of big yawning. All right, so that's going to take quite some time there. We may do this in between episodes just because it is like put stuff in a machine and just wait it out. And we got a ton of materials. I really don't need that chest there. Don't know if I'll need all the rubber sheets. Apparently I will still need a lot of rubber sheets. 80 rubber sheets is what it's recommended for me. So there's 64 and there's another 64. We'll do 32. I'm glad this updates in real time though. It's not just like, well, you had the rubber and then you put it away, so now you no longer need it. It's like, no, you need it again because you don't have it. All right. Oh, sorry. I've gotten myself stuck. This happens every once in a while. You look off the screen for 2 seconds. You look back and you're drowning. You're quite literally drowning. All right, let's do. Nope, wrong one again. 10. We need 27, so that should do it there. That should be all the copper knocked out, and then all we need. No, we still need 2 copper plates. What? Are you lying to me? Did you just come up with those out of nowhere? I was pretty sure I'd done it all. Whatever. And we need to take this creosote out of here. Don't I have a... I do already have a thing. Just that way we can keep our coke production on the up and up. And then every once in a while, I'll just go throw the coke over in here, and we'll take the coke dust. Actually, let me make sure it doesn't just get auto sent. Oh, actually, you know what? It doesn't have a process. Just send it, and I'll pick it up from there. And now the compressor is just about done with the tin. We'll probably wait and just go ahead and throw those extra 2 copper pieces in that we needed. And what, we need 16 magnetic steel rods. I'm just pretty sure that the polarizer, it's gonna take, yeah, it takes energy. It takes 8 EUs. Why am I trying to make the auto crafter before the LV steam turbine? Honestly, I don't know. What's 16 times 6? If it's too much, I'm not going to do it this way. We'll do it the other way. 16 times 6, real quick. Real quick here. 16 times 6. What's it going to be? 96. Oh. It's like the perfect in between point. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, let's just do it, you know? Let's just go ahead and do it. We came this far. I'll take the assembler, the auto crafter, the not quite auto crafter, but looks very similar to an auto crafter whenever you look at all the recipes, and it does allow you to put blocks in and then automatically craft them. So not an auto crafter, but it's an auto crafter. That's what we're trying to say here. So I'm gonna need 16 steel rods. Do I happen to have any steel rods already made? I have one. Well, that's an odd number, so it's not really going to work for me. Do I have any over here? I don't. That's okay. It's fine, I guess. I really want none of your stinking steel rods. No way. Is there a different way to get these as well? Hold on. Everything else I can compress down, but when it comes to steel, you say no, no. Oh, and a cutting machine. Oh, it is more efficient. Let's go do it. You still get the 2 for 2, and I have a lot of the lubricant over here for the cutting machine that I just never really used. Right? Yeah, it's like all filled up. All right, so if each one gives me 2 and I need 16, then I will need 7 more. Oh, wow. This processing time is a bit rough, though. And then, you know what? We actually already have all the redstone, so that's good to go as well. I guess we can go ahead and start transforming these while we have a minute. So this. There's 4 magnetic steel rods. Okay. Almost done. We'll probably just wait for this stuff to finish out and then go smash and craft our stuff together so we can say that we did it. We crafted an item that required three columns worth of items to get into. Hopefully we can craft it. Still a little wary about everything that's coming up in those sections. All right, fantastic. Let's go ahead and make the rest of these. And then, I mean, it says that I got it all. Oh, we need some more steel ingots. Ingots. Do I have some more ingots? Yeah, I do. I was crafting some up. Now it's saying I need more copper plates. What are you doing to me? Oh, no, that's right. I needed the 2 and I never, excuse me, I have a manly voice. I never actually did it. So that's on me. There's 1 and a 2 should be coming here soon. 2. Beautiful. Now it says we need 53 tin wire. We get 2 from each one of these. Is that why we needed 27? Because that'll give us 54, which is technically a little bit more. Okay, so we'll throw that in. That'll give us the tin wire. And then I guess the tin cables come from the tin wire, right? Let's go make the steel rings and everything else that's steel, because I still need it. Can we put you in the compactor? Compressor? Yes, to make steel plates. Okay, so we're going to make the 28 steel plates in this compressor over here. Alright, so that's good to go. Steel bolts. We'll probably just make those ourselves along with the steel rings. Copper wire. We'll worry about that here in just a minute. But that's still going, so that's fine. Alright. If this gets me to the final product, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be pretty surprised, to say the least. So we just need 2 of those and 4 of these. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not worried about the steel plates because we already have those. It's just technically over there being cooked up. I have a feeling like we're still missing something from all this, though. Like, I'm doing all this, and I feel like it's not... Oh, we need 156 copper wire. You get 2 from it, so that... Is that the full 90 whatever that I needed? Let's see, 156 divided by 2 gives us 78. That's 84. What did I say? 78? So like that. Stack plus 14. Yeah, 10 wires are done. Let's do the copper wire. Let's get our steel plates out of here. Still working on some, that's fine. Okay. What else do we need? It says we can go ahead and make the 10 cables. And 49 of these. That. Why are you saying one more? You just said 49. Now you're saying I need more? Don't be wrong. Don't be lying to me, bud. Steel plates. That should be all the ones that I need there. We need 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 6 of these. Okay, it's perfect. Is everything's turning up Millhouse? Tell me you love me. Tell me we're gonna make it and be okay. A lot of copper still left to give here. Not entirely sure if I need the 8 or the 6 in there, so I guess we'll just wait till the end and then I'll figure out what the difference is. All right, that's going to take a little bit of time there. While that works, sorry, that was my I'm not sure. That's really all that I wanted to do for the rest of the day. We can clear up this gravel here using the Paxel. Make things a bit easier to get to with our Primagel goo. I'm not sure if these are a Silk Touch kind of block or not, but they kind of give me that vibe of if I break it, it's not coming back. Okay, let's see. All my steel is all the way cooked through, so I mean we're really just kind of waiting on... Oh, got a couple of bronze pieces over there. I forgot that I was smelting some more of that down. And man, all those extra items and pieces I was bragging so much about we're pretty much run out of. So after I exhaust this bronze drill, do I want to go ahead and go to a different drill? Maybe. I'm thinking about doing the still because it'll give us diamond and all this other stuff that's probably right on the cusp of being needed as well. Nothing looks that complicated, so yeah, we'll probably go for the still drill next. Probably won't get into that this episode, and maybe that's something we do in between episodes, but we will just have to wait and see. Now it's telling me I have everything that I need to make... I only need 12 of these. Let's do that. There's 12. Don't I already have some of that wire back in this other chest, though, that I don't need to make necessarily? There it is. Okay. So wait, is it still telling me that I still need more steel rods? I'm a little confused by all this. I'm not gonna lie. So that probably takes care of all that. And then, yeah, I think this is saying that I still need more steel rods and more copper wire, like 10 more copper wire go in and quite a few more steel rods. What recipe? No, I still have that one. Okay, interesting. So what did I say? Like 10 more in there and 54 steel rods. Whoop. All right, now let's make the steel rod. And how many did I say I needed? 54. Like that, yeah. Beautiful. And the copper should be done here in just a second. If I don't get distracted or pulled away here. Okay. Wait, copper, I'm coming for you, baby. Boom. I still need 2 more copper wires. You're crazy. You're pulling my leg. You're yanking my chain. You're getting my goose. I don't know if all those are appropriate, but there we go. We got it. I did it. I did it. All right, we make 6 of these. Don't overstep your bounds. We make 16 of these, which we can make perfectly. Make 6 of these, which we can make perfectly. Make 2 of these. Hold on. Am I getting this shit completed? There's the motor, there's the conveyor. I hope so. I hope I've been getting this stuff completed. Piston. Robot arm. Robot arm. Is that everything from this quest? What are we missing? Pump. Did I not make a pump in all this? I don't think I made a pump in all this. But not too shabby. I mean, honestly, after we knock that out, we get a lot of tin rotors and steel rods. Not sure what we're going to use those for, but sure. And bada bing, bada boom. We got an assembler, guys, girls, ladies, gents, people of all ages, shapes, and sizes. Now, we still need to make the energy because we can't make anything in this without the energy, but we got it. We did it. Oh, man. All right. So we can't do anything with this block right now. That's perfectly fine. We already knew that when we were coming into this. Now the real toughie, right, is I mean, I'm being a little facetious. I don't think it's facetious. Now we got to craft one of these, an LV steam turbine, which goes into a lot of stuff. Whole lot of stuff. Trying to get this as far down as I possibly can so that way I know everything I need moving forward. And I've realized now that if I just go ahead and favorite all of this shit, then it tells me the raw base material of what I need, right? All right. Holy mackerel. Well, that'll be something that we get to get into soon. Does this require no pump, still just motors? I need something that requires some pumps just so I can complete that last mission there. And then honestly, I think I'll get some 10 rotors for free from it, right? Yeah, so maybe I just go make a pump, even though it's going to take 10 rotors to make a pump and a motor. I will figure it out. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very crafting-filled episode of Neotech. I hope you all enjoyed. As we move forward with this mod pack, though, I have a feeling like more and more of these intricate, complicated recipes are going to kind of get refined down into mostly automation. And yeah, I mean, I can believe that it would be fairly simple. They've made all of this fairly simple as far as making this automatable and understandable and workable. So I have high hopes for the rest of the series and high hopes for the rest of this base building. I'm really excited for when we can unlock building gadgets and really get into that whole scenario, which technically it's already unlocked, but we don't have any way of charging the gadgets. So it's like, it'd just be a fancy paperweight, right? Anyways, this is going to be the main hub. Hopefully, in the next episode, I can have it all finished out as far as at least the wood in here and maybe the stone surrounding it, so we can start branching off into some pretty cool rooms. Maybe put some more effective and more useful rooms out here. Like, I've honestly been thinking about getting another steel quarry. Like, what if we have one that's running one drill head and another that's running another drill head, so we can just get constant resources across the board. Like if we do one bronze and one steel, that covers most every resource that we could go mining for, which is, I mean, you know, I don't have to tell you, it's pretty good. So we're waiting on here, coke dust. Oh, this is still going. It's just taking a little bit of time. What? Did it not? It didn't push anything out? We've actually caught up on everything over here, so what I have is what I have. That's a little saddening, I'm not gonna lie. That's okay, I'm sure we'll use it. I'm sure we'll make some more. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If so, please be sure to leave a like down below. Comment in the comment section if you have any more tips, tricks, advice, this, that, or the other that may assist me or other players in playing this mod pack. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. You want to see more awesome content from yours truly. Share this out with friends, family, strangers down the street, whoever you think may enjoy a very tech-based, progressional, questing mod pack from the FTB team, pretty much. As per the usual, I do hope you all stay safe, stay awesome, and stay crafting. Until next time, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. Peace out.